This is the one many have called Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus the Christ. The 10th teaching, let love be your guide. That love is the highest value is indisputable. Only someone who's been deprived of love might dispute this out of his or her woundedness. And yet, love is the only thing that can heal such woundedness. Love is that powerful and pervasive a force. It is, in fact, the only force in the universe, and that is very good news. Words are inadequate to describe this force. If you call it love, it becomes limited to the realm of human emotions. But the emotion of love is a poor reflection of the force I'm speaking about. This force, as it moves through the human being, gets corrupted by self-interest and greed. Love becomes something you have to get from someone else, and something you never have enough of, like everything the ego seeks. This is not love, but a lack of love masquerading as love. Neediness is a better word for it. Neediness is the opposite of love, for true love results in a natural outpouring of love to others, not in desiring anything from them. You can pretend to love others in hopes of getting what you want, and you can love them because they give you what you want, or because you imagine that they will. But this is the ego's version of love, and it stems from need. When you're connected to the force that governs the universe, you are naturally loving, and this is its own reward. You need nothing from anyone. Love is a state of completion, not need. It's a state of giving, not taking. From this sense of completion flows an adoration of and generosity toward all life. When you feel complete and at peace, you are full of love, gratitude, and joy. This state is what everyone longs for. The ego doesn't know how to achieve this state. The things the ego does to try to attain this state only take one deeper into egoic consciousness, which is a state of lack and fear, in which love cannot flow and peace does not exist. You can only achieve a state of peace and love by seeing that nothing is lacking within you, within others, or within life, that everything is already good and as it's meant to be. All is well and unfolding as it needs to, and love is what is behind this unfolding. Love is all that exists. To the ego, this sounds flowery and untrue. That love is behind all of life, and that life is good, is difficult for human beings to comprehend. It's not how the mind sees things, and the mind is what tries to comprehend this. But the mind will never be able to understand the nature of life or the nature of love. The truth about life is so far beyond the mind that the mind is inadequate to the task. But that doesn't change the truth. Despite the difficulty of the mind to know the truth is known to you in your heart of hearts. You know the love that is at your core, and often you obey and honor it. When you're aligned with it, you're happy and at peace. When you're not happy and at peace. You know this much. Love is what you want, not a love that needs, but a love that forgets itself in the presence of the beloved, which is all of life. This self-forgetfulness is love. What is the self that is forgotten? It is the false self. When you move beyond all ideas of yourself, all images, and the sense of yourself as someone who is this or that, you fall in love with life, and you discover that you are life. No longer does anything separate you from life. You lose your boundaries as the you that you thought you were falls away, and all that remains is the spaciousness of your being. The being that you are is the same being that everyone is. Beingness flows everywhere, without boundaries that distinguish you from everyone else. Your being and everyone else's being are the same, merged into one. What a surprise when previously you felt such a distinct sense of self. When this sense of self dissolves, you're left with your true nature, which is deeply in love with life and sees itself in all life. The joy you feel in this dissolving is the joy you've been looking for, but it was not found in riches, popularity, or acclaim. Your very being is the source of the exquisite joy you've been searching for. How do you arrive at this place of exquisite joy? Let love be your guide. This is the 10th teaching. For as long as the ego has been your guide, it has taken you away from love. It's time to recognize this now and shift your allegiance. Once you realize the falseness of the guide you've been following, and that there is another truer guide, you can be on your way home. If you have a false guide, then no matter where it takes you, even if some of those places are pleasant, you won't arrive at your intended destination. No matter how convincing that guide is, it still cannot take you there. That is the human condition. The guide is very convincing, but also false. It doesn't know the way, although it acts like it knows, and other people are following it. But that doesn't change a thing. It doesn't know the way. When you're trying to get somewhere and you don't succeed, that's painful. But once you know you're on the right path and that you will get there, you find the strength to overcome any challenges along the way. You feel strong, supported, uplifted, and confident in your steps. Being aligned with your true nature feels good and right, and that is enough. On the other hand, following a false guide is like being stuck in brambles. The path hurts, and it's difficult to summon the courage and strength to continue. When you're not aligned with your true nature, nothing ever feels like enough. You're never satisfied, and you can never rest. But that is as it's meant to be. You're not meant to find the wrong path rewarding. Let love be your guide means align with the divine force of love within you and let it move you in your life. When you were aligned with the false guide, it moved you by scaring you and telling you that you needed something else to be happy. It used a stick and a carrot to move you. With love as your guide, you act because it's intrinsically joyful to act. Acting when that action is aligned with being is its own reward. Let love be your guide also means let love be your master. Let it guide your actions and speech. Be the servant of love. Do your actions and speech come from love? If not, do not engage in them. Do your actions and speech lead to greater love between you and others? If not, do not engage in them. Will you be a force for love on this planet? One individual acting as a force for love can counteract hundreds, even thousands acting otherwise. You are powerful. What you do matters. How you act and what you say matters. Be the loving force you can be. This is my final teaching. Feel free to call upon me. I am at your service. Peace.